Welcome back everybody, Automotive Inc. Today I'm going to show you guys how to remove the upper roof trim here on the roof of new Silverado Sierra trucks. No videos out there that I could find. So I figured this is very similar to roof trims of Chevy in the past. There is one nuance to it. So let me show you real quick. So this one has a different leading edge. So my guess is this actually slides in. There's probably a different type of latch here. Now the way GM does it is there's these little black, it could be white, pinch clips in there, and what happens is there's little tabs that once you push it down they snap in the trim, they go out. So if you have one that doesn't have this, it's just the rubber end, you can start at the ends, but it's going to be always easiest to kind of start in the middle. The reason why we're replacing this one is had the hail, the body shop forgot to do this, and so I just got the part from them instead of taking it back down. So you're probably going to want a ladder for this. These trucks are pretty tall, and the automatic running boards I have on this don't get me up high enough to see what I'm wanting to do. Now I'm going to encourage you to not use any type of metal picks or screwdrivers to remove this trim. I will link below the tools I'm using. Some of them are window tint kits, some of them are body panel kits. So yeah, so just make sure that you, I'm gonna start over. I'm tired and depressed. Welcome back everybody, Automotive Inc. Today I'm going to show you guys how to remove the upper roof trim on new Chevy trucks, probably 21 and up to current, 25 and 26. No major changes there. Before we get started, make sure you smash subscribe, helps my channel out. Thumbs up and notification bell. Subscribing is free, but it does help me out. So this trim specifically, we had hail. The body shop didn't get this fixed before I picked it up. They had it a while, so I just had him get the part and I'll do it myself. Now for this generation, if you have this hard plastic cap at the end versus just say plain rubber, this trim itself is a slide in. So if you see a different like plastic cap at the end, then I would make sure that you finish this piece last. Same with the back. Now on some of the older ones, it's just a rubber end. It's still always going to be easier to start in the middle. And so I'll link all these tools below. Some of them are window tint tools, some of them are body panel pulling tools. I love these. I'm going to encourage you guys again not to use any type of metallic tools, screwdrivers or anything to try and get these bad boys off. Now, I like starting on the inside edge. Procedure will be the same for the opposite side. And so what I do is I take this thin plastic tool here and I just kind of slide it in this groove until I can feel where where it stops. Now we know where our connector is, and then you can take another tool. This is a window squeegee, and we're just going to push down and then you'll hear it click. This one's already up on this inside edge, so then you just follow it down again and it stops again. If you want, these will come in a multi-pack. You can leave one in there as a wedge if you want, but it's already unclipped unless you push it down. So now we'll just take this in there and you'll hear it kind of click like that, and then you can lift up on the edge. So now we'll leave that one in. I think there's like 5 clips. We'll count them once we get out. So we found our next one. So I'm going to take this out and slide this. You can see how thin this is. You don't have to worry about really damaging your paint. I mean, I say that, and then somebody will always say, well, I damaged my paint with it. Obviously, use some care when you're doing it. So we'll just slide this bad boy in here like that, and you'll hear the little clips click. There we go. And then we're going to work all the way down doing this, and then I'll show you how to do the outside edge. Again, it's easier to start in the middle, especially because I think this one's going to have a different connector. So we're going to need that extra room for this to be able to pull up, even though it's 1/8 of an inch. We don't want to mess up this arch. If you break these clips, they're probably not easy to get, but you can replace them. You just pop them off. I'll show you that too. All right, so we worked all this up. Obviously we have some dirt here, so again, if you're using tools, just remember you can leave one underneath it to grab it. So now we're going to work our way towards the end here, and once I get it off, I'm going to show you the clip, but same type of procedure. We're just going to kind of work this plastic tool in here and get it popped up. All right, so now we got the trim piece off, guys. I want to show you I'm gonna zoom in here. Here's the part number if you bust one. 5D5 POM. So these just hook in here. So I want to kind of show you when you're prying from the top. This is the little tab you need to get a hold of, and it's going to be a pain in the butt. But if your idea is to reuse this piece, you're just gonna say come in here and try and push this out. This is an aluminum piece covered in plastic and rubber gasket. So if you wanted to fix this yourself, you could try and push that out. So most certainly. Now the end ones themselves, let me come down here and show you here. So this is the little tab. This would be the back. You're going to try and push in on this to get this tab to release, and then you'll be able to just kind of slide it off the other side. Now if you're replacing this piece, I will tell you that GM does send you a whole set, so you get clips and everything. So if a clip stays on your cab, then you can just snap it back in and get it down. Now being aluminum, you can see when you're prying it, you can bend it, but it's aluminum, so you can bend it back. So honestly, buying the new piece, if you were just going to replace it, then you don't have to worry about popping these tabs and being careful about it. You can just use those plastic pieces, pry it up, and then you'll take these off with the rest of the body tools or the plastic panel tools you have. But you can see how it slides in there. And so we got one's all. And always confirm too your part number before you take it off, so that way you can make sure that you got the right side. If you're doing both, then you get both, and that's no big deal. But I will show you the box. Now before I do it, here's the new trim installed. Just remember it is aluminum, so don't be manhandling it a ton. Just get it, you'll hear it click, it's snapped in, it's done, because you'll dimple it just as easy as the hail did. So you can struggle with this for hours if you want. If I remember right, this piece is like 35 bucks or something. Let's check out the product number. So passenger side is this one, and I'm sure that somewhere along the line, you can pause if you need to, some part of that number denotes it from passenger to driver's side. But honestly, like I said, if you were doing a wrap, you could probably spend half hour delicately taking these off, and then you do run the risk of bending it slightly, so you're going to be careful when you try and bend it back. But again, the kit does come with new clips, so if you're somebody on a mission, you want to get it done, then you can just pop it off and snap the new one in. And then, like I said, the procedure would be the same. These things, like I said, these upper edges just click in there. They just kind of snap in. So you can see right there, it just grabs a hold of this metal channel here. And other than that, that's it, guys. So hopefully that helped. One thing I probably should show you, just in case you wanted to take a measurement,